Dobar dan, good afternoon. The digital transformation has changed the way we live, we work, we communicate. The COVID pandemic probably has even accelerated this, and at the moment it might sound scary. Robots and artificial intelligence is going to replace us. What about privacy? What about security of our data and spread of misinformation? But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to talk about is this amazing opportunity that post-digital revolution offers to all of us to find and to do the job that we love, self-fulfillment, and ultimate happiness. And what a perfect place for me to tell you this story on the stage of the National Theatre of my hometown. When I was young, attending a high school gymnasium just around the corner, like those kids who organized this event, I would sneak out and spend free time in the backstage of this theater in its colorful and creative world with my friends. The play at that time was analog. So as I was learning, as I was preparing for a research paper for my science project, I had to go through encyclopedia at home, go to the next door library, and go through all these books. And look how everything has changed. From that point of view, the life that we live today sounded as a science fiction. Today, we cannot get lost. We follow the pleasant voice. We are so addicted and used to pleasant voice from a Google application or our car dashboard that lead us to the new restaurant. It will tell us when to slow down, when to make turns, and ultimately tell us that we have arrived. We can plan our dream vacation sitting at our kitchen table in pajamas. And all these other things we do in our individual personal life. But not only our conveniences, this convenient life has changed, also the communities, it affected the communities, and they have changed. It still amazes me that some of the best friends of my 15-year-old daughters are boys and girls from Greece, Ireland, Wales, and Canada. She has never ever shaken their hand, but they communicate every day because they share what brought them together is the same values and interests. So, of course, the businesses and the way we do business has changed over time. In pre-digital era, we were looking at a group of customers. We were producing products or offering services for these niches. As digital world developed, we were going towards the tailored products for each customer. But where we are today? Today, we are talking about individualized experience in this post-digital revolution. We now expect everything at the speed of now. We need to have available information, and everything has to be ready-made, not only what we want, but how we want to be delivered and whenever we want. There are many examples, but I'll give you one from my company. I work for Telemach PH, a company that foundations are on this advanced digital engineering. And we developed a quite sophisticated smart TV platform, Ion. Not only that, and we were the first one in the region, and of course in Bosnia and Herzegovina to offer something like that. We used connecting all this information, machine learning, and predictive analysis to not only offer all the content whenever you want to, on any device, and when you are on the go, but also we enable the personalized profile that each family member can design. The profile that will select what you like, that would suggest you content, and made watching TV as another special experience. Another great example is if you want your unique type of shoe. Nike, on its online platform, enables you to choose and create your own shoe. The shape, the model you want, colors you want, and materials you want it made of. And not only that, it will be delivered to you in no time. In addition to all of this, I want to give you another, maybe my favorite personal example. What we can see, I'll just wait for a slide. What we can see is I'm a dedicated mountain hiker. So I, every weekend, hike on the mountains, these beautiful, gorgeous mountains of central Bosnia. So in order to do that, I really needed to get proper professional gear. So I searched different online retailers, but I stumbled across one amazing US online seller. What's amazing about them, it's not just the value and the number of brands that they offer and the variety of products, but this individualized, unique experience. When I was searching and buying for the second time, a pop-up window showed up and an actual person, in my case Emma, appeared. Algorithms and the software behind matched my interest in hiking, with Emma's interest. Emma is also a passionate hiker. So imagine how helpful she is for me to find the best gear I needed. And it was a pleasant discussion. And even they went extra mile for products that they didn't have. They reached out and find it on another seller and have it delivered to me. But our customer experience has not ended there. She followed up with me after the goods were delivered and also offered to check if everything is fine and ask me about my plans. Our communication continued in the following months. Emma would send me photos from her hike adventure, and I shared mine. We became friends. Now, as COVID is over, we plan to meet up in the States and go hiking together. And isn't that amazing? Of course, I'm back to Emma and to this company whose slogan is, "We share the same passion." And by the way, I learned that Emma is an accountant, but now she can do what she really loves and believes. So all these changes in the way we do business really tell us how the speed of these changes and the technology development is amazing. What we know that today there are 31 million connected devices worldwide. It's more than 3 times population of this planet. So how many of you in the audience have more than 3 devices that you connect to internet? Thank you. Well, I counted just before coming here, and in our households, there are 12 devices continuously connected online. And they generate all this data. All this data, as they call it through digital age, big data. And another example of this speed, and what I'm going to talk about, what do we do with this data? But another example of this big speed is for mobile phones that appeared in early 90s, it took 12 years to reach a number of 50 million users. For internet, it took only 7 years. For Facebook, 4. But for Pokemon Go application, it took only 19 days. And I was watching the other day a documentary that this K-pop girl group, when they published their new video on YouTube, it took only 2 hours to reach 400 million views. So, of course, Generation Z and the millennials, they were growing up or were born into this digital world. They have no problem, and they are bravely working into the new adventures. But what about us, a little bit older? Us, a Generation X or boomers? Are we going to be replaced by robots? Well, in order to answer that question, I want to go through these resources. As we said, that all this data really made us available all these resources. And I would group them in 5 types. First is a pure knowledge. Now, knowledge on any topic you want is available at any time at the keystroke. Also, go in hands with the knowledge is learning. We have now the massive open online courses, distant learning, and in no time you can earn the degree in environmental specialist in no time. And now not only that learning has changed, all these new software applications and different tools are readily available. So, for example, if you want to go on a diet, like kind of I need to do, one can deliver all the diet planner with all information on food or any food that you can think of. Or if you want to develop a business plan, platforms and the tools, models are ready available, or even the software to track calls for your users. So all these softwares enables you not only to come up on your convenient life and do the new products, it also will make it possible for you to sell your products or services on new online platforms that you don't even need to invest. It's already available. And then jobs and employment are this amazing opportunity. Yes, you might say, as the World Economic Forum reported, that 75 million jobs will be lost in the next 10 years. But at the same time, 133 million new jobs will be out there in healthcare professionals, even people in creative industries, managers, and of course, engineers and technicians. So this is kind of a good news for all of us, because we can use our special skills to find this perfect job that it's out there. So all these resources give us a really opportunity and point I want to make, that we can find, finally, for the very first time in history, we can find the perfect job, and after we realize what we really love and want. Our unique skills and talents, and all of us have more than one skill and talent, really through this software matching can find our perfect employer or market for a business that it's now easy to start somewhere in the world. And no matter what age you are, these opportunities are available. I want to remember an example of Emma. Emma is an accountant, but now she can do something she's really passionate about. And another great example is my brother-in-law, Cliff. He lives in Nashville, and he's an electric engineer. But his dream and passion was to create this new game, three-man chess, and really to have a community that uses it. And believe what? He did put it out there on the market. He sells it on Amazon. And now he has a community of 2,000 players that are passionate about his game. He lived his dream. So this is really available to all of us. We can find that perfect job that we love, that we can do. So it's not just a professional career that gave us this opportunity. It's also for our personal fulfillment. So for today, if you want to learn a foreign language, it's really easy. You can go online and so many different resources, even if you want to learn how to play piano or how to make from scratch sourdough bread. And this magic of this post-digital revolution is really available to all of us. And I know for us in Bosnia, this might sound a little bit distant. But what's unique about it, that now there is equal opportunity for everybody, and only what we need to do is be brave, go out there and explore this advantage. Thank you very much.